So Devstream 168 just happened, and this is probably the most excited I have ever been in Warframe, maybe even period. There's so much they covered about the Duviri Paradox, I'm just like a little schoolgirl, just giddy as heck. So I'm going to summarize a lot of what was covered in this video, and it's all over the place. There's so much. Warframe is changing so hard that it might as well just be Warframe 2 or like a totally second game or a third game or fourth game at this point, but it's just a lot to cover and it's all really exciting. Make sure you guys are following me on Twitch because as we're leading up to the Duviri Paradox release, we're going to be doing a lot of extra rewards on the stream. And then after Duviri gets released, we're going to be doing even more rewards as I grind through the content. And any questions that you guys have or anything that you'd want to know about, you obviously always feel free to stop by and ask. Okay, so getting into everything that was covered in Devstream 168 in the order that they covered it. First, they addressed that we're going to be getting Hildren Prime access on March 15th, so that's really exciting. Hildren looks insane. Really, really good looking frame. Hildren's going to be coming with a Serata Prime Syandana, Bellfire Charger Prime, Larkspur Prime, as I mentioned in previous videos, so any of you that had collected Rivens, or if you have Rivens for those, that was a good call. Definitely going to be worth a lot. The Shade Prime is going to be coming out, which the Shade, by the way, is one of my favorite Sentinels, and this one looks pretty cool. Shade will be coming with the Burst Laser Prime, and we're going to get the Hempt Prime Sentinel accessories, which also look really cool. They mentioned that there's going to be 17 new cosmetic items dropping. 6 are going to be coming before the Duviri Paradox's release, and some of the ones they covered were the Gauss skin, the Caliban helmet, the Zaku Deathius skin and helmet. There's a new Orbiter skin there, a new Ureli helmet. And now jumping into the Duviri Paradox, which is coming in April. We don't have the official release date, but it's April. And my God, does this update look absolutely breathtaking. It is so beautiful to look at this update. Now, they mentioned when Duviri comes out, there is going to be a new way to start Warframe. So basically, for any new player, what they wanted to do was avoid brand new players having to play through like 100 hours of content just to be able to catch up and then be able to play Duviri. So what they did was they designed it in a way where when you log into Warframe, you're going to be given the option as to whether you want to start with Duviri or whether you want to start with Vor's Prize. Vor's Prize being everything that currently exists in Warframe at this moment. They also made it sound like it's going to be interchangeable, so if you pick Duviri, you're not going to be not able to do Vor's Prize and vice versa. Like, you're going to be able to pick whichever you want to go with when you start the game, and then once you start getting through the game, they made it sound like you're going to be able to basically jump back and forth between Vor's Prize and Duviri. They showed that there's going to be 3 types of modes you're going to be able to choose from while playing Duviri. One is going to be the Circuit, which they said was an endless Warframe mode. The other is going to be the Lone Story, which is basically for people that are looking to speed through their daily grinds. They said this was set up in a way where it doesn't make sense for you to get stuck with players that are going to go off and like maybe just do little objectives while you're trying to do the main story. And this probably happened because a lot of times people will do bounties, and you'll find not everybody's helping you with the bounty on the other open worlds. So they probably made it this way so that there's not really a reason for people to do this other than to do the objective and, you know, just get through basically the daily grind of the game. And then they have the Duviri experience, which is the story and the side objectives together. So it's basically all in one. There's going to be an intrinsic system in Duviri. So a lot of you that have maybe done Railjack and you see how, like, you know, just increasing your intrinsics upgrades every little, you know, like facet of what you can do while you're in Railjack. It's going to be the same thing with Duviri. So you're basically going to be able to upgrade a lot of your, you know, operator and your gameplay and just the way that it feels and everything. And I am really, really excited to be max level on this already. I don't know. I'm just addicted to being a max level player, I guess. So we're going to be getting a Kaith, which is basically the skeleton horse. And I'm really excited about this. There'll be Kaith customizations. And it looks like there's a good amount of them, too. And this thing looks incredible. I'm really, really excited for this. Which, by the way, Megan did show off that you can fly around on the Kaith. So there'll be drifter melees that you can choose from that you can take out into the missions that you choose to do. So basically, the way that they showed it was before you pick a mission, there's like kind of like a lobby sort of thing. I'm not sure what else to call it. It's like a little paradise for you. It's like a before you enter the mission type of area. And when you're in this area, you're going to be able to choose various things like, you know, which which Warframe. It's going to give you at random, Warframes from your arsenal. If you don't have Warframes, like let's say you're a brand new player and you don't have any Warframes collected, they'll just give you random Warframes, which is excellent. That's really cool. I think that's a great way for brand new players to get a feel for, do they want to grind the Warframe out in the regular side of the game, in the Vor's Prize side of the game. So that's incredible. That's such a great thing that you're going to be able to now, especially for new players, to be able to choose the frame, play it for a little bit, see how you like it, and then determine whether or not it's something that you're going to actually want to grind for. But you'll be able to choose your Warframes, your Drifter melees, be able to customize yourself before you go out and do the missions in Duviri. They also showed that we're going to be able to play as Stalker. What? They did make it sound like, though, when you play Stalker, it's not going to be the typical type of gameplay where it's like your Warframe has abilities and, you're just grinding the game as your Warframe, but now you can do it as Stalker. They made it sound like whatever you're going to wind up being able to do as Stalker is going to be a little different, and I don't know what it is, but I'm excited and I'm looking forward to it. When you go out into these missions, you're going to be able to gain bonuses that you can just basically select. I guess after you complete certain tasks through the missions, you'll be able to choose bonuses that you want to add for that particular session. These aren't permanent bonuses. They're just for that session. They said that you're going to be able to basically, if you're there long enough, you'll be able to get up to 15 bonuses added to basically increase your power, your speed, like all these variables about how you play, which is really, really exciting. They showed a parry system, which I'm really looking forward to. I don't normally play a lot of parrying games, but the few that I have, I enjoyed immensely. So I'm very much looking forward to the parry system that's coming out. There's going to be a new fishing system, or like a fishing mini game that they're adding, which I love this because now instead of it being the fishing that we already have in 3 other open worlds, it's going to be a different kind of fishing game where you become the fish. And then I guess you go and attack other fish as you're swimming around as a fish. I don't know. It sounds great. It looks great. It sounds great. I'm looking forward to this as well. It's just something new. And I like that because it's not the same old thing that we have already 3 other times in the other open worlds. This new survival mode that they talked about, they kind of said it in a way that makes it sound like you're going to be able to go in and out of the Duviri open world while you're in a survival mission in Duviri. So I know that sounds confusing, but it was a little confusing in the way that they explained it. I guess it'll make more sense when we see it, but there's going to be a new like this survival mode that we're going to do. You're going to basically be killing Thrax enemies, and it's a normal survival, but you're going to basically be able to jump in and out of the mode back into the open world of Duviri and then back into the survival, and that's how they made it sound, but I'm looking forward to it because the more distractions that they can give us while we're doing a survival, I love that because it makes the survival feel less monotonous and like it's just going through a lot faster. So I'm very much looking forward to trying that out. So they talked about conservation animals, and yes, you can pet the dog, as they said on stream, and how they could possibly lead you to treasure. They showed off the Incarnate adapters. They said that there's going to be 30 on release, and this is nuts. So we're going to be able to evolve some existing weapons that we already have in the game. They showed the Bratton Prime, the Lato, Skana. There's probably a whole bigger list of weapons that we're going to be able to evolve, and I'm really looking forward to that. That sounds fantastic. They showed a bunch of new Drifter cosmetics, which look really, really cool. I'm very excited to get my hands on these. They showed Drifter beards. I know that's something that people have been asking for a really long time, so that's exciting. They also showed off the Mesa Void Shell skin, which is looking excellent. The Limbo Void Shell skin, really happy about this. The Baruch Deluxe skin, which looks great. I actually really, really like this a lot. I think Baruch Prime came out fantastic. Regular Baruch was one of my least favorite appearances on any frame ever. He's probably the number one. My least favorite cosmetic in the game is regular Baruch. Then Baruch Prime came out, and I was like, yes, total 180. Fixed it. Looks insane. But this Baruch Deluxe skin looks fantastic. They also have a skin for the weapon he comes with, and the Kin Sayandana they showed off as well. They have a Wisp Deluxe skin that's going to be coming out, probably because Wisp is going to be the next Prime Access after Hildren comes out on March 15th. They showed the Sayandana that's coming with Wisp. Wisp's Reservoirs have a new look, which look pretty good. And the new Fulman skin. This is a different kind of look than I've ever seen, and I love it. It looks so good. I'm really excited for it. They also touched on an Oralworm boss fight in Duviri, which I would imagine is going to be the equivalent of like Prophet Taker in Fortuna or Eidolon's the Eidolon fight in Plains of Eidolon. This Oralworm boss fight is something I am very much looking forward to. I'm really, really excited about this. And finally, they mentioned Tennocon this year will be in person, so you will be able to get tickets. Tickets are not on sale yet. They still haven't put tickets up for sale yet, but Tennocon is going to be Saturday, August 26th of 2023, which is about a month later than typically when Tennocon comes out, but either way, it's going to be really exciting. I'm looking forward to this very, very much. My overall thoughts on everything they covered in the dev stream is, oh my god, it's absolutely breathtaking. And like I said in the beginning, this is the most excited I have ever been for a release in Warframe. I cannot wait for all of this to come out. If there's a major piece of advice that I have for any of you that are really interested in this update, it's definitely, one, get your ish together. Like, grind as much as you can just to get to the point where your frames are maxed and you have, you know, like good weapons ready to go, and make sure you're getting a lot of plat. Like if you struggle with making platinum, I have an entire like playlist on this channel that's dedicated to helping you guys make all the platinum you've ever dreamed of. And to those of you that actually sit down and watch the videos all the way through, I mean, you hang out with me in my Twitch streams all the time and tell me like, oh, I just made 1,000 plat today, or oh, yo, I just made like 5,000 plat this week. And just those are great numbers. You guys are doing fantastic. And I just want everybody else that like maybe you're like struggling, you don't believe you can, just hang out on my Twitch stream. I'll give you advice. I'll help you through stuff, you know? Just binge the videos. They're going to help an enormous amount. My current plan, even as an endgame player, is there's a lot of prime frame. Like, I have everything. I have everything all maxed, but I don't use everything in the game. But now, because of this new system that's coming out, if they're going to give me 5 Warframes to choose from at random when I'm doing Duviri missions, well, I'm going to want those Warframes to be as powerful as possible. So, leading up to Duviri, I'm going to be spending a lot of time just making sure that I got every prime frame formatted and just good to go. Like, great builds on them. I'm going to be revisiting a lot of weapons that I don't really play a lot, but I love. For example, like the Dara Vandal, the Haiku Prime. I mean, these are weapons nobody really uses much anymore, myself included, but if they potentially are going to be able to get Incarnate upgrades, then I might be able to enjoy them again, and I'm really looking forward to be able to do that. I really hope that's going to become a thing. Again, make sure you guys are following me on Twitch. We're going to do a lot of rewards moving forward. And for any of you that want to support, patreon.com, neonest007. I really, really appreciate it. Your support really means the world to me. It's a lot more than I think a lot of you realize, if you're able to do it. If not, like, that's totally fine. I get it. You know, like, I'm a person too. I'm living life. And for those of you that, you know, like, or at least coming down to the streams or watching the videos, I really just want to say I appreciate the ever-living heck out of you. You guys really mean the world to me, and I'm just so thankful that I have a community that is just all about the things that I'm like wanting to share with you, and you guys appreciate all this stuff. So that being said, thank you for watching. Absolutely love your faces, and I will see you guys in the next one.